Hey everybody, it's Craig with Smartphone Emmy. Today's face-off's between a couple of AT&T heavyweights, the HTC Inspire 4G and the Samsung Captivate. If you're an AT&T subscriber and you're into Android handsets and you're looking to pick up a new one, these are a couple you're definitely going to be taking a look at. Don't forget, stop by smartphoneenvy.com. Check out the photos and videos taken by both of our contestants today. Along with my written review, I'll have all that posted probably, give me a day after this gets up on YouTube. All right, let's kick off our face-off. The HTC Inspire 4G offers quad-band GSM, dual-band 3G, along with AT&T's new 4G connectivity. Weighs in at 163.9 grams. Why don't we round that up to 164 grams? As far as build quality, you've got Gorilla Glass. Got a nice little HTC logo down here at the bottom of the display. Up on top, little chrome accent around the earpiece, along with a little grill work. The frame itself is made out of aluminum. Battery cover is made out of rubberized plastic, as well as the cover for the SIM card and micro SD card slots. And then you have a piece of rubberized plastic around the dual LED flash as well. The color is HTC's sort of dark chocolate brownish, and it also has some texture coating on the back panel. All right, up on top is the power and lock key. The right side is bare. On the bottom is the microphone, micro USB port, as well as 3.5mm headphone jack. And on the left-hand side is the volume rocker. All right, the Samsung Captivate. Quad-band GSM, tri-band 3G, no 4G connectivity. Weighs in at a very light 122 grams. As far as build quality, again, you've got Gorilla Glass. Got a nice Samsung logo just below the display. The top portion is made of a high-grade plastic, as well as the bottom. You've got some metal bands that encompass the entire perimeter of the display. Also a portion of the back. You also have a metal battery cover as well. Up on top, you've got the micro USB port with its little door, as well as the 3.5mm headphone jack. On the right-hand side is the power and lock key. On the bottom is the microphone, and on the left-hand side is the volume rocker. All right, let's talk a little bit about cameras. On the Inspire 4G, you've got an 8-megapixel camera with autofocus, dual LED flash, touch focus, geotagging, as well as face detection. Video capture is 720p. On the Captivate, you've got a 5-megapixel camera with autofocus, no LED flash, also offers touch focus, geotagging, face and smile detection. Video capture again is 720p. As far as batteries, the Inspire 4G comes with a 1230 milliamp battery rated at 6 hours of talk time. The Samsung Captivate has a 1500 milliamp battery rated at 6.5 hours of talk time. Both of them have their micro SD cards placed in such a way that you do not have to remove the battery to replace or exchange the micro SD card. All right, let's take a look at the displays. And on the Inspire 4G, you've got a 4.3-inch Super LCD capacitive touch display showing 480 by 800 pixels. Offers accelerometer sensor, proximity sensor, as well as multi-touch. Just below the display, you have 4 touch-sensitive keys left to right: home key, main menu key, back key, and search key. On the Samsung Captivate, you've got a 4-inch Super AMOLED capacitive touch display, again showing 480 by 800 pixels. Also offers an accelerometer sensor, proximity sensor, as well as multi-touch. Also has 4 touch-sensitive keys below the display from left to right: main menu key, home key, back key, and search key. As far as memory, the Inspire 4G has 4 gigabytes of internal storage, 768 megabytes of RAM. Internal storage can be expanded an additional 32 gigabytes through the use of a micro SD card. The Captivate has 16 gigabytes of internal storage, 512 megabytes of RAM, and again you can increase the internal storage an additional 32 gigabytes through the use of a micro SD card. Both of the phones offer Wi-Fi 802.11 BGN and support for DLNA. As far as Bluetooth, on the Inspire 4G, it's version 2.1 with support for A2DP. On the Captivate, it's version 3 with support for A2DP. Both of the phones have GPS with support for AGPS. Both of the phones can be used as Wi-Fi hotspots. The processor on the Inspire 4G is a Qualcomm MSM 8255 Snapdragon 1 GHz processor. On the Captivate, it's a Samsung Hummingbird 1 GHz processor. Operating system on the Inspire 4G is Android 2.2 Froyo with HTC Sense UI, and on the Captivate it's Android 2.1 Eclair with Samsung's TouchWiz 3.0 UI. All right, I've downloaded the Quadrant Standard Benchmark test on both of our contestants. What do you say we run them and see what comes back? And they're both off. The Inspire 4G is ripping through it. Just about up to, 2D graphics already. Moving to 3D graphics. Still waiting on the Captivate to get through the file system rights. And you've got your frames per second frame rate down here in the lower left hand corner. And the Captivate is coming, but it's taking its time. Alright, Inspire 4G is done. Captivate's just heading to graphics. 1825 is our score on the quadrant standard benchmark test on the Inspire 4G, and we're still waiting for the Captivate to finish up here for us. You can see frame rates. One more 3D graphic after this. All right. And there we go. And it came back with a score of 882. So we've got 1700 versus 800. So on the score-wise in the quadrant standard benchmark test, I would have to say that our Inspire 4G is definitely the winner. All right, I got both of our contestants hooked up to my office Wi-Fi. They're both set to default to HQ. So what do you say we run a couple of YouTube videos and see how they perform? And we're off. Look pretty close. Captivate seemed to load first. All right, let's take a look at another one. Let's try the Chrysler one, and we're off. Look pretty close again. Again, the Captivate seemed to load just a little bit quicker.
I got a question for you. What does this city know about luxury? Huh? What does a town that's been to hell and back know about the finer things in life? Well, I'll tell you. More than most. You see, it's the hottest fires that make the hardest.
All right, there's a look at our YouTube comparison. I would have to say the Captivate did load a hair quicker than the Inspire 4G, in both cases running off the same Wi-Fi network. And again, they're both set to default to HQ. All right, what do you say we try a little navigation comparison between these two? And we'll try something a little different today. Navigate to McDonald's. And they're off. Looking to grab the GPS. Inspire 4G looks like it has it.
Southeast on Coffee Way toward La Venta Road, then turn left at La Venta Road.
All right, well, we've got the route on the Captivate, as you can see, but still no voice-guided turn-by-turn navigation. We have an issue getting the GPS locked, and on the Inspire 4G, no problems whatsoever as far as locking the GPS and getting our voice-guided turn-by-turn. Double tap to zoom in as well. Pinch to zoom works. Redraw is pretty quick, so I would say that was a success. See if we can get satellite view up over here. There's our satellite view. And we can zoom in. Scrolls very well. Very smooth. A little longer to redraw, but not much. Only issue we're having with the Captivate is it's having a problem locking in on the GPS to get us the voice-guided turn-by-turn navigation. So there's a look at our navigation comparison between the Inspire 4G and Samsung Captivate.